U.S. foreign policy. The foreign policy of the United States of America is its interaction with foreign nations and how it sets up the way it sets its standards is by looking at its own citizens, the citizens of America. When you get an example such as Iran, Iraq, or Afghanistan in the Middle East, these governments used to be extremely radical or are radical, and without the help of the United States, they would most likely fall or become terroristic like Afghanistan did at one time. Now, I'm no bringer of statistics, however, once we started getting into countries, the terrorism started to tone down, like 9/11. That was an awful day, however, it was because those countries were not in control that such a thing could ever happen. Now with control, like we do have today, such as Iran, how we have some control, now they are still radical, however, they cannot do stuff to our home country and they cannot invade our land, as they did on that day. Now, we have many examples of how foreign affairs helped us, one being which the Cuban Missile Crisis that happened in the 60s because of the Cold War, and that, as you know, was Russia. They had missiles in Cuba, as you know, Cuban Missile Crisis. Anyway, they were so close to the land they could have sent nuclear missiles if they wanted to. However, since we had a base in Turkey which had nuclear armaments, we could fight back if needed be. Without that, they could have done whatever they wanted to. So, without foreign policy, it could have ended the United States. Many people do not believe in it, such as the great George Washington. He actually warned us not being in foreign countries. However, today I strongly believe that we should be in foreign countries. You might ask why? Because I hate terrorism. And the terroristic war has gone on too long and has been in too many countries and has brought the death of many Americans. And Donald Trump is one who's trying to stop such a thing, and that is why I believe what he's doing in foreign affairs is correct. Such as this, there's many websites that are against it, many being from the far left, many being from the right, that do not believe in U.S. foreign affairs and never have. However, the intervention in foreign countries is needed. Do you know terrorism is evil? In London and such big cities in the UK and in Europe, they have terroristic attacks all the time. And that's because they don't have any intervention in those foreign countries like we do. Not to mention we are overseas. However, that's a different thing. We should always be able to protect our home, whether it's over there or here. Not to mention the benefits of having bases in other countries. Do you know how much oil is in the Middle East? That's one of the main reasons we went over there. Not just because of the governments, not just because of the fight of war, but there's many resources that are untapped over there, and they are required for our country. Many people believe the opposite of what I say, mostly from the far left, many from the right actually. They just don't believe in what I say. They don't believe in Trump. They don't believe in attacking soldiers that have killed many people, that have attacked U.S. embassies, that have done such terroristic things. They think they should be left alone. They think they should be left to their own dealings. But that cannot happen. And I would like to tell you why. Because terroristic efforts kill people, kill citizens. It doesn't just kill soldiers. It kills citizens. Over 2,000 people died on 9/11 because we were not in foreign countries. And today, we are. And nothing that big has ever happened, and it hasn't happened in a long time. U.S. foreign affairs is something I strongly believe in, and I hope everybody would believe in one day. Someday, I mean, because without it, there's danger there could be danger in the homeland. They could easily get here, but without it, we wouldn't be safe. That's the end of my speech.